Hello everyone, Sean here once again, and we have another Wordle variant. It seems these are endless, and I'm positive that I will never be able to cover all of the variants, but this is kind of a fun one that I found. I thought this was interesting. So, this is Scrabwordle. Scrabwordle. A combination of Scrabble and Wordle. Now, Scrabble is more about getting lots of combinations of words, so those two-letter combinations that you can get words next to each other and amplify the number of bonuses you get, your double and triple letter and double triple word. The only thing that really, this is basically just a game of Wordle, except you can see here that we're using Scrabble values of the numbers. So we're not aiming for the highest number that we could possibly get, like we would in Scrabble. We're actually just using those numbers to see if we can match the puzzle word score. So in essence, all this is a game of Wordle with one more constraint. You also see there's less guesses here, so there's only 5 guesses instead of 6. That's because the number of words that you're able to do is limited by the 7 points. Now, you don't have to stick with the 7 point for your guess. You could absolutely guess ages here, as my example would be 6. But I think just for fun, I would like to include that. So other words, most of the most common words, let's look at crate. Crate is actually the Wordle word of the week, so why don't we just do that? That happens to come out for 7. But if you look at something like slate, it's going to be lower. Obviously, in Scrabble, the lower the more common the letter, the lower the score on that letter. So let's look at crate then. So same as Wordle, we just know that this T does not go there. We have to put it somewhere else. We also still have OU and I. So what should we do next? How about TH? H is going to be tough because if we have a T, that H already rules out just doing either one. So it can't be an H. Interesting. So let's do how about the word? No, it's going to be too small. I do need to eventually get something that's going to be worth 2 or 3 onto here. Which is actually making me think that this is probably not going to be start with T. Just from my sort of inability right away to see something that we could do. So let's go with the word spilt. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so SP, there's we could absolutely figure out the number of things this could be. Obviously, our X's there are just placeholders. That would be a terrible guess. Also, not a word. So I think this is just going to be the word spout, and it sure is. All right, locking that in. Now, play again. This comes in normal, which is 5 guesses. Hard, which is 4 guesses. Just limited by the number of guesses. It doesn't really change. But since we got the last one, let's move forward a bit. So once again, 11 here. Aegis would be a good starting guess, I feel, still. Do I want to try and constrain myself to doing 11? Now, there is a bonus there that may not be obvious. If you can hit 11, you at least know that you're using some of those tougher letters. Some of the higher scoring letters, like in phone, the P and the H are pretty good there. What should we do? Let's try and do, we can get much higher than that too. Let's try and do a word that will be 11, like climb. Perfect. Locked in an I. We know that we're looking for we at least need to include some threes. Because if we did I, and then give me a 2, that's a D, so we at least need 2 3s or 1 4. So if we did that and an H, we could get to 4. So looking at the keyboard, what's remaining down here, there's only 1 3, which is interesting to me. So what does that do for this? So we'd still need some pretty high scoring. So let's start with the word that's not gonna line up. So pride. We are gonna need to get a decent amount higher than this. I'm looking at this double F. Now what if we did that? So if we could come up with something that ended in FF, like the word stiff. Aha, it is an F. All right, I think we're gonna get this to the next one. Aha, this must be the word thief. I don't see any other way around it. It's got to be the word thief. All right, perfect. Got it in 3 even. All right, I think the higher the score, it actually is a little bit easier. Just because you are limited with the number of combinations that you can do to make that, as well as use those combinations. So knowing that F or H or something higher, we kind of knew that we weren't going to get up into the J, Z, X, Q combos there, just because you'd run out of letters really quickly. But knowing that we'd have like a Y, P, H, or F, I think that really sets you down the right path. All right, let's do one more. And let's put it on hard mode, or expert mode. So now only... Ooh. This is going to be really tough. So not only do we have less guesses now, but we have 5 points. There are 5 letters in the guess, so we can't even have a single 2 in here. We are going to make words just out of the ones. So we're going to start with raise for sure. All right. Now, we don't have that many letters left that are just ones. Right. I think is that all of them? We could always have more A's or E's. But if we can't really make a word out of that, you know what? I'm going to go with the word latte next. Oh, yes. All right. So I guess 5 did sound a bit scary, but as soon as you rule out R and S, and lock in, obviously locking in the A and the E was incredibly lucky. So if you get some yellows there, that makes this puzzle really, really difficult because obviously the ones in raise, in slate, in aegis are very difficult to pin down if you get them yellow, because they could literally be anywhere. Once you start to rule out, or just lock them in, obviously, rule out the S and the R, or lock in their vowels, then it becomes much more limited what you can do. So I think this is a really interesting. Let's do one more expert game. I think this is really interesting format here. Just makes you think a little, especially when you start to limit what you've got. All right. So we've got another 11, which means we're definitely going to look. Let's try and create another 11 word. Perfect. We found an A. We need an A somewhere. Just typing some stuff in. What do we think? I think think trying to put the A in two spots, something... I was thinking something like navel would be a good one. And I will remind everyone, you do not have to guess words based on their points. You can absolutely come in at this point and say, I want to do the word tough. You can absolutely do that. So actually, using tough as an example there, we came up with 9. How about the word bow? None of those. Okay. Interesting. We have one more guess here. And I think we've learned a lot. We cannot have, with 11s, we can't have anything 8 or higher. Because as soon as you have that, you have to do 12. So I wish you could kind of click here and just say, like, I don't want this letter. Just to take it off the visual options here. So we don't have Q. We don't have Z, X, or J. But we do have to get high enough to create an 11, which means we at least need... See, if you have MCA... Yeah, you actually don't need a 4. As long as you have 2 more 2s... Which we don't. Unless you double the D. If you double the D, then you can do this. So ADD, and then you have to have 2 3s. Oh, yeah, not possible. Madam would be close, but doesn't quite do it. Because you need something like this. All right. So, back to this logic. I want to make sure that we're going down the right road. I think we might be able to solve this, actually. So, ADD, and now we need 2 3s. But we can't do that. We can't. Those are the options, and it just doesn't work. Therefore, we need a 4. We do need a 4, which means in this puzzle will be a W, an F, or a V, or a Y. Now, there could be more than one. Obviously, you could do something like this. So two 4s and then 3 1s. So I want to put those back up here. You know what? Waves is going to be an option, and I think we're going to have a lot of opportunity there. I don't know. Here's what I don't know about this. And actually there are rules. Look at me not reading rules. Let me just go ahead and read the rules, and I want to double check if the same rule applies where we're not going to have those plurals or conjugations that start in S. We don't know anything about this dictionary, or at least I don't at the moment. I don't know if this is gone somewhere. So, structure the game. I don't know anything about the dictionary here. So, it's possible that waves is an option. I'm not sure, but I do like the word. I think it's a fun one. I think we should go with waves. And it was not. Mecca. Wow. That was going to be tough. That was going to be a real tough word. And, oh, look at that. Oh my God, I was so close with that concept of the double Caesar M's and throw that in there, but didn't factor in that there could be another vowel in that. Oh, wow. That was my mistake. I was I was trying to rule that out and trying to force that 4 in there, and you know what? We just didn't have one. M-E-C-C-A. Wow. Fun one. I like it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. It really does help me a lot. And share this video with anyone you think would enjoy some daily word puzzles. That's all for now, and we will see you all tomorrow.